Hi guys, welcome back to Kit Car Direct and MK Sportscars. We're outside and we are with the MX5 Turbo. Before we get into the workshop, which is going to head over to look at hashtag Project Charles and hashtag Project Greg, see the updates. I tell you what, we promised you a test drive, that's what we're going to do. Let's head on out. You can grab the keys out the box. Not going very far, am I? Right guys, MX5 Turbo test drive time. Neil normally gets the privilege of this, but today I am the lucky recipient of this driver's seat. So stats, talk numbers. 600 kilo car, just barely under, as it sits at the moment. It's got a few padded extras. And it made 376 on the dyno, but we have turned it down. We're running, our goal was 300, we've run 308 at the moment, horsepower and about 278 foot-pound of torque. Peak torque was 320. But again, we're trying to keep it reliable-ish, if we can. Running what it is, GT28 60 RS turbo on it, low-mounted manifold, injectors have been done, forged bottom end, as you know, adjustable cam sprockets and things like that, all dialed in. Standard Mazda running gear on it pretty much as well, 5-speed box, 4-1 diff, 15-inch wheels with Toyota 888s on there, so it's got some nice front grip on it. We put the screen and the comfort back on it really. So, and what we're going to do is see what it makes in terms of noise and how it feels, which is, I mean, just that alone. You may not be able to hear it as well as I can, but this thing is amazing. Just the sound alone is ridiculous. If it ain't intoxicating enough, now on the road it drives really civilised, everything's in the right place it needs to be in terms of indicators and everything else and all the gear that needs to be around it. But you drop it down a cog or two and we'll let it sort of boil up a bit and give it some that's what it does. It's just bonkers. It's so much run, so much horsepower and torque. You don't even have to drive it fast. It's absolutely crazy how fast it goes. It's amazing. The guys in front of us are just going to drop it down a cog or two. Watch. Effortless, that's what that is. And with the screen here, do you know, it's actually bordering on civilised. Now, I'm an aero screen man. Neil might be converting me to just a screen on its own, which is what I find amazing. A screen on its own with outdoors, I actually think it's probably the perfect combination really, but you bury this thing and it's that popping and banging. It's addictive. All you want to do is launch it and just let it on the overrun, out the side. But yeah, driving positions, bang on, pedal box where it needs to be, good visibility, nice weight steering wheel, grips really well. If you get round the roundabouts and stuff and up to braking. But the good thing about it is, this thing will sit 78 mile an hour and cruise all day long. The only thing that you ain't gonna pass is a petrol station. It's a bit thirsty with all that boost, I'm not gonna lie. She's a bit thirsty. But we'll get it up to sort of normal walk speeds and give it a little bit of a... Who wouldn't like that? Who wouldn't like that? You know? That's incredible. We're at the 70 mile an hour now, cruising along. You probably can't hear me very well at 70 mile an hour with the wind, but it just sits here and cruises. And that's the difference. Temperatures are all good. Water 85, oil temperature 77, good oil pressure, boost gauge, got an air fuel ratio meter there as well. So yeah, dry comfortable day like this just does it all. It ticks so many boxes, and I'm a bike engine fan, big bike engine fan, but I've got to say, it's just so easy to drive and you can put it anywhere, and the power that goes with it, it's amazing. Just the power and the torque to put the car wherever you want it to be. That simplifies it. It just makes it drivable. It's amazing what it can do. Cruising speeds 40 mile an hour. Now I ain't got no hair to worry about like Neil, so it don't bother me. But you don't get a huge amount of buffeting here now at these sort of speeds, cruising around the low speeds. And that's what I like. I think just having this bit here, a little bit of a more comfort back to it. Seat pads in here, we've got our diamond stitch seat pads, adds a little bit more comfort. I've softened the dampers down actually a little bit on this, making it more of a road car. Plenty of grip. I just think all-round package. I could get in this, blast around the A and B roads, or I could cruise it down if you wanted to, down to the coast, fish and chip run. Wow, you know, what a toy. What a toy. I like the stock car because it's easy drivable. You put a turbo on it, whole new ball game. Whole new ball game.
Wave, Simon.
It's very much MX5 then.
Oh, yeah.
So when I spoke to Neil and spec this, he said, "Are you going to go with the K20?" And I went, "Yes." He said, "Right, 3-inch wide seat belts, wildwood brakes. Right, what else do you want?" Now I understand why. Yeah.
It's like woof, isn't it?
Yeah, it's it's a brilliant feeling though. But yeah.
Marks out of 10 for that?
11 at least. That was great fun. Oh god, yeah.
We go.
Right, test drive. Mark 2.
Okay. Oh my word, I love it already. Stop this now. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
you what you see and you're into your kit cars, guys, then why not subscribe to our channel? Press subscribe, click on the bell icon, press all, and it'll send you notifications each week. Right guys, back in the workshop now after the bit of fun test drive in the RX5 Turbo. It's awesome. So what are we on with? Well, Project #Greg. So you can see it's moved from the bay here and the guys are on it now. We've just set up the geo on the car. We're just setting everything up really here. So camber, you know, toe in, toe out, etc. and corner weighted it. Gen 2 booster, FIA cage, CXR wheels. This has got anti-roll bars all over it as well. Front and rear anti-roll bars. And yeah, a small amount of fuel, and I say minimal amount of fuel. Came in 486 kilos as she sits. That was including the bonnet, but not including Ted. So yeah, she's pretty light, 486, normally coming in about 205 brake horsepower these. So we're just doing the corner weight geo. Then once we finish with that, bit of road testing, demoing the car up, making sure it stops, turns, brakes, does what it's meant to do, get through the gears. Yeah, and we can start buttoning it up, ready for it to make its way across to Australia. And it will take a while, no doubt, to get over there, but it's looking great. I think as soon as we've got it on the ground, the stance of this car is killer. Absolutely killer, I've got to say, with the cage, the aero screen, all the carbon bits on this with this Cadbury blue, it looks amazing. Got one little thing to put on, which has about another kilo or so, is the boot cover. But that's about it, really, not a lot in it. So if you're wondering why this is sitting there, Super Ted from John from the Northwest Kit Car Owners Group. He's been in helping us out the last week or so, popping around. Well, he's there to sort of join the teams together and join the community together, and that's what they're doing in the Northwest Owners Club. And he's already been to Complete Kit Car. He's company the MK headquarters, and now he's going to head off up north to DTO Performance. So he's joining the community. He's got to do his little rounds. It's a bit of a charity thing as well. So if you see him on your rounds, give him a little wave. He liked the RX5 Turbo so much, he was all over it trying to nick the keys. But you've had your 5 minutes of fame. Get in the box there, fella. Send him off to DTO. Right, Phoenix, really. We've just been doing a couple of bits on this. It's had a couple of runs out at Snetterton as well. It's had a bit of fun out there, and we're just doing a couple of service items. This car, we sort of maintain them as we do to get them ready for test drives as well. We just got a fuel gauge that was showing a bit wonky, so we're just refreshing that. It just needs it's a few years old now, so sometimes they go a bit wonky, so we're just refreshing that. Done a few service items on it, and we get the hood down back on it, give it a run it out. In fact, last Sunday we give it a good about 60-mile road test, tweaking everything to make sure it's all good. So yeah, that's good. And then what we got here, if you're not already subscribed, guys, Complete Kit Car Magazine, and Complete Kit Car Magazine is hosting the track day at Blyton Park on Saturday the 28th of August. Now I know that's a Stony weekend as well, and that's all going on the show. We won't be attending the show, but we'd already committed to the track day event. So do you know what? If you don't want to see a static display, should we say, you're going to come up to Blyton Park, bring a crash helmet with you, jump in, we'll give you a few hot laps if you want to see it, and there'll probably be, I think, at least a dozen MKs and other strikers and things like that, and obviously other brands as well. But it'd probably be a feast for the eyes of probably 50, 60 cars there on the day that you can view. And yeah, we're quite happy to strap you in and give you a couple of hot laps if you come up there, or if you want to give us a heads up that you're coming up and you want to have a chat with us about the cars and the models and the range. Saturday 28th of August, then great. Head on up to us and we'll strap you in, we'll have a bit of fun. Right, over here at the RX5 R1 MC car, we have been doing a bit of this week as well. We've had a little bit of downtime because of #Project Charles. We're just waiting for a couple of senders to come in from the wiring because it's got an MBE management on that. So we're waiting for that. So it's sort of stalled it a little bit. We've done some other bits, which I'll show you in a second. But so Joseph's jumped onto this while we can. Started on all the wiring under here, tidying it, trying to get it all up, and the oil temperature sensors in, oil pressure sensors in. And a few other bits, getting ready for all the emissions control for the IVA, which we put on here, the pair valve system, which will plumb up, etc. as well, get them ready. So they're that's all being tied in really to get this. It's all running. We've just got to make sure we go through it and check all the systems as well, but we didn't have oil pressure and oil temperature gauges all plumbed up. So that's the next job on this. So we're going to do this bit by bit over the next couple of weeks. Obviously, we'll be changing from the lightweight wheels to some nice CXRs on this as well to run it up a bit nicer. But yeah, started with the coolant plumbing piping as well. That's got to come in. Then we've just got to run one up to the header tank as well. Last final bits really to be done as well. Most of it's done. Just finding the time when you've got plenty of bills on. But yeah, over here at hashtag Project Charles, what we've been doing as well is sort of, these are really our IVA headlight bars and things like that, because the new nose come. We're going to be doing something different. That we'll show you once we complete the build what we're going to do. That is an IVA bar that we've put in for the indicators, but it's mainly we're waiting for a sensor on this as well. So yeah, plumbing fittings and things like that, we've put all of these in ready for the catch tanks as well, which is the same as what we've got on hashtag Project Greg as well, with all the catch tanks, a header tank, battery trays and all that to go in. Once we're waiting, unfortunately, for this ECU, there was some sensors that we needed to pick up to link to our DigiDash, and what is just stalled parts. Woo! The economy, what's going on? It's what's going on. Right guys, well, hope you've enjoyed the workshop walk, what's been going on as well this week, and the RX5 test drive, the RX5 Turbo, should I say. If you want to come down, have a look at the car, take you know, a bit of a drive out and experience what it's like, it's awesome. Then, you know, or the bike engine cars or any of the other cars in the range, the Strike or the Phoenix, we're quite happy to accommodate you. Just drop us a phone call or an email, we can talk you through it and book you in for a date. While the sun's shining, it's come winter in December, it'll be all over and it'll be no fun in the rain. So, while the sun's shining, make hay. Teddy's back. I've pulled him out of the box, and I'll tell you why, because I've got one thing. If you are heading up to Stoney, guys, on the Saturday or the Sunday the 28th, we won't be attending because we're at Blighton Park, as we said. Then the Northwest Kit Car Owners Group have set up a stand there on the outside. If you look at the park, your MK, Striker, Phoenix, or any of the ranges out there, they're quite happy to accommodate you. See John there, and they're happy to support you. And you might see Ted, maybe Craig will bring him on from DTO Performance. That's it, guys, for this week. Like, share, catch you next week.